You need to be able to attract high net worth clients. How do you do that with content? The goal of this channel is to give you the content strategy to build your small business. So let's start off with the basics. Content is the new sales. In the old days, you needed to have 8 touch points before people became comfortable giving you their money. Google's new data reveals that is 11 to 18 touch points now. The touch points for your business to your potential prospects begins in content first. Before they pick up a phone, before they send an email, before they actually reach out to you, they are going to absorb your content. So if content is the new sales, there's 3 things you need to know. The buying process has changed. Pre-social media, the keeper of information was the salesperson. You don't have to go to the salesperson anymore, and nor does the buyer want to do that. That's why gated content doesn't work. It's why B2B content sucks. You're not trying to funnel them into the sale. They're just looking for education in the beginning. So number 1, the buying process changed. Social media started it, the pandemic finished it. If everyone wasn't online before pandemic, they certainly were afterwards, right? LinkedIn got super clogged. You all know this. Why? Because everyone realizes I can't sell in real life, in person, during the pandemic. They all try to do it digitally. But the goal of social media is social. It is not sales media. They don't want to be sold to. The buying process has changed. Number 2, KLT. Know, like, and trust was always required for anyone to reach into their pocket and give you money. The know, like, and trust thing starts now earlier. It starts in content. And if KLT's front end is content, and you're not putting out content or the right content, then you're not going to win. So what are you putting out there? How effectively are you streamlining a process? How you build and develop the content, and whether or not it speaks to your clients, all of that is part of the KLT process. Because the goal is the 3rd thing, parasocial relationship. I'm a huge Bruce Springsteen fan. I feel like I know the man. He has no idea I exist. That is called a parasocial relationship, where one person is very involved in the relationship and the other person, frankly, has no idea about it. That is the way it is with you and every person that you follow in content who you've never met, right? You feel an affinity for people. If you listen to their podcast all the time, they're in your ear every day on your commute, you start to feel like you know Joe Rogan. So this parasocial relationship is now the new front end on your business, whether you know it or not. You need to be thinking, how are these people building a relationship? I mean a personal relationship, whether you're involved in it or not. They want to feel like they know you, not the product, not the services, you, the person driving the business. So the 3 aspects, the buying process has changed. You need to be getting the right content out there because the buying process has changed. And build a parasocial relationship. They feel connected to you, whether or not you know who they are. Because remember, people lurk. They read your stuff. Number 2, what they are buying is oftentimes not what you are selling, and that's a problem. You want to make sure that you're selling what they're buying. If you're an accountant, if you're in wealth management, you're giving business advice, you're giving content and sales guidance. People aren't just buying the service. These people that are coming to you for your services, they don't just want to know you know accounting. They want to feel like you got their back. They want 3 things. Number 1, they want to be protected from going out of business. Number 2, they want to be protected from going to jail. Nobody wants to go to an accountant or any other wealth advisory and end up in a problem. And number 3, they want to be protected from going down in social status. Do they look like a fool because they had you do their thing? Whatever. The LLC was set up incorrectly. Because can I trust this guy? Is this guy a douchebag? I'm in Amsterdam presenting to the hedge fund community. Oak panel boardroom, fancy suit and ties. I go through the whole state variables of how the AI works, how the black box trading plays out, circulation cycles into the marketplace, all of that. The hedge fund manager looks at me and he goes, Mark, if I have a problem and I call, are you going to be the guy that picks up the phone? And I'm like, yeah, Rob, he's like, no. I don't mean, are you in the office? Are you the one that's going to actually pick up the phone? I'm like, yeah, I am the guy that sits on the trading desk and I will pick up the phone if you call. He's like, that's all I need to know. I don't really care how the rest of it works. Keep going. And I walked out of that meeting thinking, I'm not selling software. I'm selling me. And it is the same with you. You're selling you, the trust in you. Do you know your accounting? Do you know your finances? Probably, or you wouldn't be in business. Can they trust you? That's a different issue. Point number 3, How do you use content to establish authority? Your authority is this. It is more important that you understand your prospect than you understand your product. Prospects, clients, they must feel that you understand them. They don't care about your thing. They don't care about how your software works. They don't care about the process to build your content. They don't care until they know you understand them, that they have challenges and struggles in their business. Before they're going to entrust that to someone, they want to make sure that person gets them. What I always teach, if you can talk about in content what your clients and customers and prospects are thinking about at home, at night, in the back of their mind, at their dinner table. If you could talk about that, that's it. They will come to you. They will believe you have the authority to solve their problem. When you can explain their problem to them better than they can explain it themselves, they will assign you the authority and assume that you are capable of solving that problem. You do this in 3 ways. Number 1, identify their pain. What is their chief pain point? We're dealing with who? High net worth clientele in this case. For high net worth clients in the crypto space, I was talking to the accountants, what's their concerns? You got to list it out for you, for your business. But in the case of the crypto folks, I know that regulatory risk is a problem, right? They don't know the full rules. Nobody does. Volatility risk. What's more volatile than crypto when the Fed's printing out the wazoo? Tax compliance. How does crypto fit into the existing tax structures? Lack of traditional infrastructure in the crypto asset world. Many of these established institutions, insurance companies, banks, they're not really sure how to handle the crypto thing. And yet there's still crypto millionaires being minted right now. So whether you like it or not, institutional money now has a crypto element. There's lots of folks who are crypto millionaires. They have a problem. They have the same problem that people who were in business for 40 years and sold their small business and now have $400 million and don't know what to do with it. Like, that's a problem for some people. Which leads you to estate planning fuzziness. That's a problem. Like, does the fact that I want to plan for my estate and I have crypto assets that haven't yet been converted, how does that work? It doesn't matter the answer. It matters that you can speak to the problem that your prospects are thinking about. Start to list them out. I don't care what you do. I don't even care if you're not in the finance space at all. It's whomever you're serving has things that they worry about. That's what you've got to be talking about. Number 2, vary your content format. Vary the content format means you don't just want to have blog posts or videos or infographics. This argument of what works better. Are polls popular on LinkedIn right now? Videos have better reach. Podcasts have no native discovery. That's all true, all of that. So which one should I do? All of them, but not at the same time. You want to vary. Certain people learn differently. Some people are readers. Some people like to watch the video. Some people just want to listen on the way into the commute. Your folks will learn in different ways, so you must put out your content in different formats. Vary the content format. Number 3, consistency. If you're not posting consistently, you're shooting yourself in the algorithmic foot. You want to show up? Show up. Number 4, using content to build relationships. How do we do that? 3 ways. Number 1, most important, engage. Engage with your audience regularly. Anyone comments, anyone's coming at you, you don't just want to respond to them because you might land their business. You want to respond to all comments so that everybody sees that you respond to comments, because that sparks the person who's on the fence and might not comment. Now they're going to. Hey, you know what? Mark seems like an idiot, or he seems like he really knows what he's talking about. Either way, if I drop a comment, I know I'm going to get a response. Versus, I see the person posted something 6 weeks ago, there's a boatload of comments, no responses. Well, I'm not going to comment on that. I'm scrolling on to the next one. The thumb, baby. Number 2, newsjacking. You want to build relationships? Connect what their concerns are to what's happening in the news right now. Trends, developments. The news has implications. So for example, I'm in the content world. There's now this thing called artificial intelligence. The LLMs have created the front end of natural language processing that you now can speak directly to an AI and it responds in a way it didn't used to. OpenAI, ChatGPT, how does that affect content development? How does that affect content strategy? What does that mean for small business entrepreneurship? I've definitely got my thoughts. If you're in that space, you want to know. You want to know because you want to either disagree with me or agree with me. It doesn't matter. The point is newsjacking. Here's what's happening. Here's how it matters to what you do. Crypto CPA. There's new regulations. GDPR compliance over in Europe. What does this all mean for a person who's trying to help their clients who are crypto millionaires manage their money? How do you attract high net worth clients and build relationships? You connect the dots for people. Help them see around corners. The minute they feel like you've got some inside track and you know some things, they want to talk to you. Number 3, you partner. You partner with influence specifically. We're in the digital realm now. This is where business happens. In real life is also relevant, more so now, but this is digitally the world now. So influencers are anyone that is credible in the space. So you want to leverage the networks and expertise of experts in the space. How do you do that? Honestly, you chit chat with them. You can do it in their content. You drop comments, you leave thoughtful insights. You can do it through DMs, but you're not pitching. This is not a pitch. This is partnering, and networking is different. It's how can I help you? Giving ideas to help them build their business with no ask at all. It doesn't matter how you do it, but you're doing it. So the 3 things are engaging your audience, newsjacking, and finding ways to partner with other influencers. That is how you build relationships in any space, but especially in the digital space. Number 5, using content to create partnerships. Great that we've networked. How do we build a partnership now? You do strategic outreach. Strategic outreach means I've literally created and written down a strategic list of influencers and people that I think would be interesting to me. Folks who I think like I do. Joe Polizzi, who's a friend of mine, I'm on stage at the Creator Economy Expo, help an event that he had put together that I was helping MC, the Web3 track. I met all these folks in Joe's community, and I'm like, these are my people. They were marketing people, but they were content people. The point is, strategic outreach got me to understand, okay, these are my people and these are not my people. Map it out. Who are your folks? Who are you trying to leave regular comments in their posts so you can build a relationship? Part and parcel with that is offering value. You want to give advice and guidance and help people connect the dots, like we said, with your perspectives, not just publicly though, in this comment section. I'm talking DMs, private DMs. Privately, reach out to these people with serious insight. Like, hey, I come from Wall Street. I know these 6 people. Name the names. If you need to help raising capital, let me know. Can't guarantee you, but I'm happy to try to broker that if you're interested. No ask. That is something you're not going to do in public, but in a private DM, it carries a lot of weight for one reason. You help them with no ask. They know what you want. They know you want a partner. They know. And that starts it off. That's building partnerships. Number 3, personality. Personality goes a long way, as Jules would tell you. So share insights on the platform, but show your non-business side. If I share my examples, and they're all chock full of Marvel and Star Wars, which I'm not going to show you the props, but they are. I want to make an example. The fact that personality matters in business. When Disney buys Marvel, they keep Stan, and those movies killed it. The Marvel movies, what, $22 billion? When Disney buys Lucasfilm, they get rid of George. They don't want Lucas. He's a cantankerous personality, difficult to work with. And guess what? Star Wars goes off the rails. These fans don't recognize these characters on screen. Who is that Luke Skywalker? That's not my guy. Problems for Star Wars because the personality of George was not taken along for the ride, whereas the personality of Stan Lee was. Stan Lee, everyone talked highly of him. George Lucas can be a bit difficult at times. My point, it's that personality matters in business. I use that example, I don't know, 2-3 years ago in business. I landed clients with it because I talked Star Wars and Marvel. Why would I choose Star Wars and Marvel and not Socrates and Plato? I could. Dan Coe does that all the time. My point is your metaphors, your examples, your references. Show your personality. People need to know that you're cut from their cloth. The purpose of content, and you may find this shocking, is not to land business. The purpose of content is to get rid of people that were not a good fit in the first place. Content is a filter. I don't want the person who doesn't quite see things the way I see it. I don't want the person who's going to be very difficult. I don't want that business. Neither do you. What you want is, dude, I heard every word you said on that video, and I could not agree more. How soon can we work together? That's what you want. You want to put content out where people that say that's not for me are out, and the folks that reach out to you and say, hey, you know what? I need crypto accounting services, or I need insurance products, marketing, business, content advice, whatever they would need that I would provide. We've already established the bridge. I already know you like my stuff. This isn't just about landing business. It's about filtering. Personality does that. The 3 parts of creating a business partnership: strategic outreach, have your list, offer the value, help these people out, stop asking for things, just help, and personality. Show who you are, because it matters. That's what I got for you guys. That is my content clinic for today. In this case, attracting high net worth clients. I appreciate you tuning in. If you want to learn more about content and how to scale your business, that is what we do at Invictus. We provide content, strategy, and development. If you found value, subscribe. Rock on.